Hey viewers, it's Kara. Before 2011 was over, I rearranged a bunch of stuff on my bookshelves, and I did a video showing you what I rearranged and showing you the new books that I just added. I've been getting requests for the past year or so now to show you guys my bookshelf and kind of do a tour of the whole thing, even talking about the books that I have, but I have a lot of books, so I haven't done that. However, I've decided to give it a go, but since I have to move back to campus, I'm going to record it all now, and I'm going to post it in parts throughout the next couple weeks, however long it takes. I'm going to post the parts in between my other videos that I make because I just don't want to have too many videos in a row that's all my books, and then people who don't care about books aren't going to watch them, and really if you watch my channel you probably care about books because we're that kind of people. Anyway, this video is going to be showing you the things that I rearranged and the new books that I've added, and then subsequent videos will get into a tour of the whole thing. So if you're a bookworm like me, or if you just really like organization and want to find out how I've put it together, keep watching. This is kind of going to be like a what's in my bag, but for book nerds. So this is what's on my bookshelf. Literally, I'm not going to touch the bookshelf. I'm going to show you exactly what's on it right now. So I hope there's nothing weird on it. So I rearranged my bookshelf a little bit a couple weeks ago, or a week ago. And now up on the top we have a bunch of knickknacks and things that I want to keep. I want to be able to look at them, but they were just too big to have on the bottom shelves, or I needed to get them out of the way. So we have some knickknacky things that I've had forever, like that little clown I've had since I was a baby, and a little Christmas ornament. My first ever Ramune bottle, I have a video of that. The Big Fish Games fish that they sent my mom because she buys a lot of Big Fish games, and he's on top of a vase that has some candles and ornaments in it. There's some candle holders that I don't use, but I haven't gotten rid of yet, like that wizard with his little dragon. And I love that angel. That's a candle holder, and I don't use her as much because I like having her up there to watch over. And there's the little voodoo goddess in the center that I got from a garage sale. She's been in a video. And some carousel things. I should have said that what happened is I had a bunch of stuff on my working altar table for Yule, and then I wanted to clear it off so that I would be able to do other things on the table, so I rearranged and took all the things from the table and put them elsewhere in the room, and many of them ended up on the bookshelf. So all these little cups right here that have hand-painted stuff on them, those were on my altar table, and they were the communion cups from the fellowship that my mom and I used to have with one of her reverend friends when my mom used to own a gift shop, or her first gift shop. We would have a fellowship there every Sunday, and those were the cups that we used for communion, and my mom was going to get rid of them, but they mean a lot to me, so I kept them. There's also the little corn dolly that my mom made, and that mug was made by my friend's father, who is into pottery. Oil burner, big Alice in Wonderland teacup. That glass container right there has all of my chakra-related gemstones in it, wrapped up in a scarf. And then, of course, Dawn Walker, my little dragon statue. These candles were on my dresser, but I had to move things off my dresser the other day, so they're here now. They weren't here last week when I rearranged this. I moved some things from the corners of this shelf, and a lot of them are up there now, but now we have different dragons here with my little cat, whose Japanese name I can't remember, Maneki Nico. My chakra bracelet, my watch, some meditation-y type CDs that I took from my mom's stash so I could listen to them yesterday. Moved some of my books and this sculpture thing over slightly because I had to add books, which you'll see in a minute. Bunch of random crystals strewn about. This shelf has largely remained the same because it's all of my CDs and the DVDs that I don't bring to school with me, and then some random stuff stuck on top. This is some candy and Fritos, and I already ate all the Lay's potato chips. I set this here yesterday. This isn't normally here. If it had batteries, when you plug it in, it stirs it up and it's like sparkly stuff. It's supposed to look like a blue crystal ball type thing, but of course we know that's not what they look like. It's a lavender bath set that my brother got me for Christmas last year, and I just haven't used it. This is something that I'm giving someone for the holidays, so I hope she doesn't watch this video. This is a new book that I recently got. I don't think I've shown you guys the new books I got, but I got this book, which I'm working through. It's a month-by-month kind of thing with the moon cycle. And I also got Earth Power by Scott Cunningham. I'm just going to collect as many of his books as I can. I read it really quickly. It's really great. I love it. Maybe I'll do reviews at some point, if you want that. And pretty much everything over here in the corner is the same as it's always been too, so. This bottom shelf is largely where I had to add a lot of the books. A lot of the books that I got were in this later part of the alphabet. So nothing down here is too much rearranged, except that I put my religion books stacked on top of each other like this because it takes up less room when you have a lot of books. That's why I've also done it here with this series. Cordial cherries, but these are the cheap ones. I had Queen Anne's. These aren't as good. I'm sorry for the noise in the background. People don't know that I'm making videos. And then down here on the bottom shelf, hi Bedtime Bear! Down here on the bottom shelf I have a lot of binders and folders from high school that still need to be gone through and sorted and keep what I really want and recycle the rest. So now I will show you my other bookshelf in the other room. This is my witchy type bookshelf, so I've got a bunch of supplies of that nature. And then this is my shelf for drama, so this is all plays. And then the bottom shelf is my witchy type books. And of course, they're not only there, they're everywhere too. There's bags and boxes here now because I was rearranging. My camera has a low battery, so I'm going to show you the new books real quick, and then this video will be done and we'll move on to the next. So the new books that were added, first from this last semester of school. The Spirit Catches You and You Fall Down by Anne Fademon, which I really enjoyed. It was a class about narrative bioethics, so we talked about it of course because it's a medical type situation, but I also really enjoyed it because it talks about the Hmong people's shamanistic beliefs. And I literally started reading Spirit Catches You the day after I finished By Oak, Ash and Thorn, Modern Celtic Shamanism by DJ Conway. So I had just read a little bit about shamanism, and then I got to see another culture's take on the same thing, so it was really cool. What else? I think that's the only one on that shelf, and the rest of them are down here. Okay, yes, so I added 10 Great Mysteries by Edgar Allan Poe, which I took from the last theater production we did. We had a bunch of books just strewn around the set, so we had people donate old books that they didn't want so that we could just add to the atmosphere, and then afterwards we were donating them elsewhere for props, but we picked out anything that we actually wanted to keep to read. So I took Edgar Allan Poe. This is from that class I just took, As We Are Now by May Sarton, which is kind of a book exploring the fact that a lot of people think that old people are automatically senile, and so this is a woman who's been put into a really terrible nursing home, and she's just treated so terribly, and she starts doubting whether she's actually forgetting things and losing her mind, and so she documents it in a journal to prove to herself that she remembers everything. And it's a fictional account, but it's written from the woman's point of view, and it's really good. And then I also took this from the donated books to the theater, Blitzcat by Robert Westall. So I haven't read that yet, but it's about a cat in wartime, basically, so that should be good. Then on the other shelf from the class I also got this play, Whose Life Is It Anyway? The patient is a quadriplegic and he wants to end his life, but his doctors won't let him end his life, so it's a big dramatic conversation about when do we respect a patient's autonomy, how do we know if this person is in their right mind enough to decide that they want to not live anymore, things like that. Very good. And these are two more books that I took from the donated pile, The Beau Stratagem and The Secret Garden musical script and score. I think that's all the new stuff, so that'll be it for now, and look out for future videos, and I will go maybe shelf by shelf or section by section or something and talk about books. It's gonna take forever. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.